In this video, we are going to discuss the basic system level commands and basic interface level commands. So the first command is show device CPU load. This command will show the CPU load on the device. Second command that I'd like to show is show system status. This command will show the status of all the processes in the Versa router, and all of these processes should be in the running state. In case we are working on any DHCP or DNS related issues, then it's better to check the process if it's in working state or no. The next command is equivalent to show log of Cisco. Here it's show alarms last minus n, and I have the option to specify how many previous alarms I want to see on the device. So if I select 10, it shows me 10 alarms. If I select 20, it shows me 20 alarms. After this, the next command is show code dumps. Let's say in Cisco, if we have a crash on a router, it's shown in the directory file. But here we have to see by the show code dumps command. Here there is no code dump that's generated, that's why it's showing 0. The next command is show system load stats. This command will show the load on the CPU and the memory. And what's important to note here is that if this CPU load or memory load reaches 100 for any reason, the device will go through a soft reset where all the services will restart. The next command is show system uptime. Here in this command, it's showing system uptime as well as services start time or services uptime. System start time means the time when this router was reloaded or router was power on or came up, and services start time means the time that these services, like we discussed earlier, these services are up and running. So these are two different uptimes, and sometimes in case customer is complaining about services not working for a brief period of time or traffic being stopped for a brief period of time, we can check if the services got restart or no to match the particular timestamp. We'll move forward. The next command that we want to show is show system package info. Here it will show the information about the iOS on the Versa router, its name, its series like 21.2 here in this case, and OS version type is trusty. The second type is bionic, and there is a specific procedure to follow in case we are upgrading from trusty to bionic. After this, the next command is show system details. This will club most of the outputs that we saw so far. So this single command will tell you the load status on the CPU and memory. This will check you the OS security package detail, and it will tell you the spec file that we call security package file. And it will tell the free disk, free memory, hardware details, model, serial number, CPU model, disk size, free NICs, free memory, and all those system level details. and the current package name. The next command is show system storage. This will tell you the storage info on the router, how what's the disk utilization on the router, how much memory is consumed. If you want to reboot the system, the command is request system reboot. If we type system reset, it will factory default the router, and restart will just restart the router and it will come back in 3 to 4 minutes. I'm sorry. So the reboot will reboot the router, the reset will take the router to factory default, and the restart will restart all the services on the Versa router. Let's see the next command. The next command is show interface brief. This command will show you the interface name, the MAC address, its operational and admin status, VRF that it's assigned to, and the IP address. It is similar to show IP VRF interfaces in Cisco. If you want to see detail for any particular interface, or before that, here you notice that I have to press space when I run a command, and I'll show you in a bigger output example. So if I type show configuration, here I have to keep pressing space to see the configuration. Like in Cisco, we have terminal length 0. Here in Versa, the command is set screen length 0. Now if I run the same command again, it will show me the configuration in a single command without having the need to press space. Now let's come back to the interface. So if I want to see the detail for any particular interface, the command is show interface detail, let's say VNI 0/0. What we have to note here is, are there any errors on receive and transmit packets, the speed and duplex on the interface, the routing instance this is assigned to, and the host interface. Here it's slightly different than Cisco, because if you are standing in front of Cisco and you see gig 0/0/0, and it will be same on the CLI and it will be same on the physical labeling, but here it's different in Versa, and we have seen this in detail in a different video. Here the VNI 0/0 is a virtual network interface, and there is a mapping that we have to check. So this VNI 0/0 is mapped to Ethernet 1 interface. So let's say you are on a call with a field engineer and you are asking him to do something like a pull out or cable or put a cable on VNI 0/0. You have to see through this command what is the actual physical interface that is labeled on the router. So in this case, VNI 0/0 is mapped to Ethernet 1. Next command is show interface port statistics detail VNI 0/0. Let's say it will show the real-time bits per second traffic on the interface. It will show if there are any errors or the traffic in bytes, total packets we can see from here. Apart from it, it will show us the checksum errors, drop count, good octets, and all these related information on the interface. One more thing that we discussed in earlier command is the duplex and speed that this interface is currently negotiating on. So let's see if we want to see the configuration of an interface if we have explicitly set any negotiation. So for that, the command is show configuration interface VNI 0 by 0. So here we have not explicitly specified any negotiation on the interface. That means this speed of 10 Gbps and full duplex, this router is negotiating on a auto negotiation basis. And it's always suggested to keep the auto negotiation enable and let the interface negotiate the full duplex and the speed at the line rate. It's been seen multiple times that if we put hard-coded speed and duplex setting on the interface, customer complain of throughput issues. And the command to clear the statistics on the interface is request clear statistics. No. Request clear statistic. Let's see if we have request clear interface. Interface port VNI port statistics VNI 0/0. So these are the common interface commands and the system level commands that we discussed. In the next video, we will discuss the further commands on the Versa CLI.